just want. Alright, everybody. Come here, buddy. Come here. Alright. Alright. Alright, yo, what's good, gamers? What's good? My name is Dr. Ryan Terrell, Psych Sensei, and welcome to the stream. Last week we were reading. This week I feel like writing, so today we'll be playing a little bit of Kind Words 2. It's a fun game. We receive letters through the Kind Words community, people who want some advice, maybe some encouragement. We'll see that the deck of letters are always a deck of letters, so we don't really know what we're gonna get until we start opening them. So super excited to do that. But before we do that, if you want to learn more about me, you want to work with me one-on-one, you want to maybe be a little more kinder to yourself, please visit my website, psychsensei.com. There, fill out a free consultation form, and you and I can sit down and talk stories. And the first one's always free, of course. So if you want to come hang out with me, get to meet you, maybe we can work together, visit my website. Also, at my website, you can find a lot of resources from my Instagram, my TikTok, my YouTube, my Twitter, my LinkedIn. All of it there can be found on my website, psychsensei.com. So please check it out. All right. Bro, I haven't touched this game in a while, but super stoked to play. Is Spotify playing? Okay. All right. Let's see what we got. All right. I'm going through some pretty tough. I'm going through some pretty tough medical stuff, and the doctors don't know what's wrong with me. I'm scared that whatever this is going to get really bad before they figure out what it is and how to treat it. Yo, I think that's really rough. I think that, like, you don't know how important your health is until you get sick or something goes wrong, you know? I think we've also forget that to be enjoying life, you really have to take care of the spaceship that is your body. And I can only imagine what it is. Like, this person's they must be going through all the tests, and they must be like trying to figure it out, and they must be like running all the things, and it must be really scary not knowing what is going on. Let's skip this one. I really don't know how to answer that one, to be honest. Because I don't want to see on disingenuous being like, keep your head up, man. Dude, that's so scary. All right. Job ideas for making more money within less hours. I can't really make enough through an 8-hour shift anymore, and I'm doing unpaid OT, or I try to take PTO, but end up having to do more work regardless. That's really rough. Dude. Man. That sounds really rough. I can only imagine dragging my feet and watching time creep by. Before you get ready to leave this job, what job do you think you would rather be doing? Yes, the money is important. At the same time, is there something that you would want to do? Perhaps asking yourself this question may prevent you from making a fear-based decision. And that may cause you to run to a short-term solution. You got this. Good luck, have fun. You know, I think, and this, have a banana. Dude, that's so funny. This banana is awesome. You know, I think that's the hard thing, right? Like, okay. I think it's important that you have a high-paying job that can make you money. That's like, bar none. That's super duper important. At the same time, if you're in this position and you're like, you hate your job, or it doesn't seem like you really enjoy the thing that you're doing, although you're like, oh my god, please get me out of here, like GG, go next, FF, you know what I mean? Like, it's important to make sure that you're not too thirsty to jump to another job that you may not like, or like also sucks your soul out for 8 hours, you know what I mean? So, I mean, at the same time, another question that might be also really important to ask yourself is like, how much is your soul worth? And then plan accordingly. Because I mean, sometimes like you might need to take the job because like you want the benefits, or like you want the title, or you want the pay, or whatever. But at the same time, like, is it worth it? And if the answer is yes, it's worth it, then yeah, do you, boo-boo. But if the answer is no, and you're going from like one job that you hate to a job that you'll hate slightly less for like a slightly more money, like, that's rough. All right. Okay, so they wrote, job ideas for making more money within less hours. I can't really make it through an 8-hour shift anymore. Fair. And I'm doing unpaid OT, or I try to take PTO, but end up having to do more work regardless. Blech. So I said, man, that sounds really rough. I can only imagine dragging my feet and watching the time creep by. Before you get ready to leave this job, what job do you think you would rather be doing? Yes, the money is important. At the same time, is there something that you would want to do? Perhaps asking yourself this question may prevent you from making a fear-based decision that may cause you to run to a short-term solution. You got this. Good luck, have fun, PS. That sounds rough. Good luck. All right. My wife plans to do Kung Fu instead of Valentine's Day things with me. I feel the distance between us, and that she doesn't want me around. I feel unwanted, unloved, and depressed with no hope. Oh. Dang, that's so... Man. My wife plans to do Kung Fu instead of Valentine's Day. That's rough. I wonder, like, I wonder how that must have felt for this dude when he asks his wife to like, hey babe, what are you doing on the 14th? And she's like, kung fu class. Oh, and I wonder if like he actually made plans, or like maybe he didn't make plans, but like want to reserve the date, but because the date didn't get reserved, like how defeated that must feel, you know? And I wonder if this is like this. I don't know though. I don't know if this sounds surprised. Maybe not, because like it seems like already if he feels so unwanted and unloved and depressed, maybe this is like a pattern of behavior that he's been dealing with, maybe. But I mean, if the distance is this palpable, you know what I mean? Like, oof. And that she doesn't want me around. Man. I just have more questions. And, I don't know. Let's see what we got. I just got questions, you know, that like, how long have you been feeling like this? You know, what was it like to ask her? When did this start? Oh, I just feel for this man. This guy. This person. I feel you. And that sounds like... And sounds like that conversation was very hurtful. I'm curious. I'm curious though, what would you how do you think she would respond if you talked to her about how her choosing to go to kung fu class made you feel about your relationship? I wonder if she also feels the distance between you and would like to move closer to you two. It sounds like things must have been like, ooh, maybe not go there. Maybe not. I was gonna say like maybe it sounds like things have been like this for a while, but maybe not. I don't want to insinuate that, you know. It sounds like you would like to get closer to her, but are unsure of how to do that, how to close the distance. What do you think she would say? Good luck, have fun. Yes, have a banana. Whew. Man. Wow. Okay, this one says, my wife has plans to do Kung Fu instead of Valentine's Day things with me. I feel the distance between us and that she doesn't want me around. I feel unwanted, unloved, and depressed with no hope. Man, that's so rough. Like that, the thing that kills me is the I feel no hope. Like, to me, if he's saying I mean, I can understand that how he would feel unwanted or unloved. Like, you're trying to plan something for you and your partner for Valentine's Day. They would rather go to Kung Fu class with other people that's not you. And I can understand why that would make you feel depressed and why you might have no hope. Fair. Like, that makes a lot of sense to me. But, like, when you say no hope, you know, to me, that means, like, this person has tried before, maybe, or subtly tried, or maybe made signals, but, like, gotten shot down, or, like, continued to feel rejected, unwanted, unloved, and then, you know, is getting stuffed at every angle. It's so rough. So, I mean, the only thing I'm thinking about to help them would be, like, how can we talk about this with your wife? Or, like, how can we express yourself? And I wonder if she knew how you felt. Would it change anything? What would she do? You know, because, like, if she's not going to do anything, I think that's more data than, oh my gosh, I didn't know Valentine's Day was so important to you. Let's do something, you know, to connect. Or even close the distance a little bit by saying like, hey, I'm trying to show you that I care about you. Do you care about me? You know, so rough. So I said, I feel you. And that sounds like I feel you. That sounds like that conversation was very hurtful. I'm curious though, how do you think she would respond if you talked to her about her choosing to go to Kung Fu class made you feel about your relationship? I wonder if she also feels the distance between you and would like to move closer to you too. It sounds like you would like to get closer to her or are unsure of how to close the distance. What do you think she would say? Good luck, have fun. Yes. Like, we gotta ask. Or I think asking would be helpful because at least by asking, we would know, okay, like, hey babe, do you know, like, for example, I think the conversation could go something like, hey, like, is everything okay? What do you mean? Well, I mean, I'm trying to ask you to go to something with me for Valentine's Day because I'm trying to show you that I really care about you and that, like, you're special to me. And of course, like, it's Valentine's Day, so I want to, like, take you out somewhere nice. But when you told me that, like, you'd rather go to Kung Fu class, it made me feel like you would rather hang out with a bunch of random strangers than with me. And that really hurt my feelings. And, oh, I didn't know that. And, like, just open the door, you know? Because, again, something else that she might say, or you could say also is, like, I also feel like there's been a really big distance between you and I'm wondering if you feel that too. And if she says no, okay, well, okay, interesting. She might even ask you, like, what things are you feeling that give you the idea that there's distance between us? Now I can open the doors for you to show your POV. But if she doesn't, then it's kind of like, oh, this is just more data, you know? But it seems really rough. Rough. Ouch. I'd be hurt too. Good luck, my friend. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm just curious too, like, for you or for chat, like, what is it like for you to deal with rejection or feeling like you're being rejected? Or what is it like trying to have these maybe more difficult conversations and ask these questions? And I guess another thing I'm wondering about is, like, what prevents you from asking the things that you want to ask? Are you afraid of saying it? Or are you afraid of the answer that might come back? You know, and so we don't talk about it and we're just like kick that can down the road. But I guess for you, like, it's different for each person, but I guess I'm just wondering for you, like, what prevents you from maybe asking the harder questions that you want to ask but are too afraid to? All right. What a stupid situation to be in. I like my friend a lot, but I am confused whether it's attraction or connection. Oh, sorry. I was like, sorry, I was reading wrong. Okay. Confused whether it's attraction or just a connection I needed that I haven't ever had or haven't had ever. It's not like we can be together. It hurts. Unrequited. Oof. Well, of course, nothing hurts more than unrequited love, you know? But at the same time, I don't think it's a stupid question. It's not a stupid situation to be in. I think it's a really common situation to be in. Like, sure, I can see why you might like your friend. You know, you find them attractive. Of course, that other thing, like when you spend a lot of time with somebody or you're in a lot of physical proximity with somebody, you're going to find them more naturally attractive. So that's fine. At the same time, it does seem like this person has made a genuine connection with this person. And I think they also are acknowledging that they may have never had a connection like this with another person where they feel safe and open and can share bits and parts of them that maybe they never were able to share or be open or acknowledge. So it sounds like this is an awesome relationship. At the same time, I wonder if they know it's unrequited, like, oh, you're just my big brother, or like, I love you like my sister. You know, I wonder if those comments have come out and that's why, like, it hurts. Or is it like, I'm afraid of expressing myself to this person because I don't want to. They may not have ever experienced this before. So let's just validate them and normalize the situation of falling for your friend because it happens. Hey, man. Let's not be so hard on ourselves. It's it's common for people. They spend a lot of time and they spend a lot of time and physical too for people to develop feelings for people, period. That being said, why couldn't you be together? Maybe we don't go that angle. Maybe we don't go why we couldn't be together. Let's not go there. Let's just go with unrequited love always seems to hurt the most. What makes this person special that you haven't had before? How are you able to share those pieces of yourself with this person, but not others? Perhaps although situation, it might be important to figure out what makes them so special. When we know this, good luck, have fun. Yes, I didn't really know how to go with this one. Like, it's like sucks because you like your friend doesn't like you, and like, I don't think they're asking for advice. I think they're just trying to express that it sucks and like fair. You know, that's a shit situation, but I did my best. All right. What a stupid situation to be in. I like my friend a lot, but I'm getting confused whether it's attraction or just a connection. I'm confused whether it's attraction or just a connection I needed that I haven't ever had. It's not like we can be together. It hurts. Unrequited. Like, again, the questions, right, that I just have from this. But I went with this. Listen, let's not be so hard on ourselves. Let's not be so hard on ourselves. It's common for people to develop feelings for people they spend a lot of time and physical proximity to. With? Proximity to. Unrequited love always seems to hurt the most. What makes this person special that you haven't had before? How are you able to share those pieces of yourself with this person, but not others? Although you are in the situation, it might be important to figure what makes them so special. When we know this, we can start looking. When we know this, we can look for it in others. I mean, like, I feel like it's one of those, like, self-discovery moments where they can, like, feel and understand what makes this person special, and hopefully they can find it in another person if this person doesn't want to return their love. That's what I was going for, but that's just, it sucks. Yeah, unrequited love, falling for your friend, and they don't like you the same way. Man, I need to give them a banana. That is so rough. So common. Have you ever done that? Fallen for a friend? And what have you done, chat? What do you do with unrequited love besides, I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. You know, and then like cry. That was me. Alright. Kind of a shame. Today is a holiday I celebrate because it marks the day last year where I was at a crossroads and chose to stay true to myself and do what was right for me. But I didn't do much to celebrate it because it was all sad, cold, and windy outside, and no snow. You know what? Just because it was cold and rainy and sad doesn't mean you can't celebrate in your house and make it warm and bright. Celebrate yourself anyway. Let's just go with, I'm sorry that today wasn't maybe the best and most sunny day to celebrate. That being said, why not celebrate anyway? It sounds like today was an important and meaningful day for you. And that's all that matters. I say, if you weren't able to celebrate today, do it tomorrow. Oh, it's always important to celebrate ourselves. I mean, after all, if we don't celebrate our own victories, who will? So cheers to you. Good luck, have fun. All right. I firmly believe in that. Like, dude, I feel like we don't celebrate ourselves enough. You know, like we're always so down to celebrate other people and cheer them on and be happy for our friends. And like, you know, when they get good jobs or things like are fortuitous for them or like anybody, we're so happy to like celebrate them. Or like, even like the Super Bowl, like you didn't win the Super Bowl, but you're so happy like the Eagles or your team won. And so you celebrate it, you know, like, but how often do we celebrate our own victories? How often do we validate our own steps forward? How often do we like cheer ourselves on? Not often, probably because we don't want to be hubris or we want to be humble or whatever. But like, dude, if no one's going to celebrate us, if we don't celebrate ourselves, like why would anyone else celebrate us? You know, so why not celebrate yourself? Go for it. Pat yourself on the back. Validate yourself. Cheer yourself on. I'm a big advocate for that. So, this person writes, kind of a shame. Today is a holiday I celebrate because it marks the day last year where I was at a crossroads and chose to stay true to myself and do what I want. Sorry, my gosh, I can't even read. Because it marks the day last year where I was at a crossroads and chose to stay true to myself and do what was right for me. But I didn't do much to celebrate it because it was all sad, cold, and windy outside and no snow. It's interesting that they said no snow, but like, don't people also associate sad with being cold and snow? But anyway, I said, I'm sorry that today maybe wasn't the best and most sunny day to celebrate. That being said, why not celebrate anyway? It sounds like today was an important and meaningful day for you, and that's all that matters. I say, if you weren't able to celebrate today, do it tomorrow. It's always important to celebrate yourself. After all, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. After all, if we don't celebrate our victories, if we don't celebrate our own victories, who will? Cheers to you, my friend. Good luck, have fun. Psych Sensei. Let's see if there's a birthday cake. Cake, 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 cake. No, cake. I guess a banana's kind of like a cake. Have a banana. All right. Oh, it's interesting. But yeah, in conclusion, celebrate yourself. Validate what you're doing. Because, I mean, at the same time, I feel like that's like one of the biggest robbers of our own confidence is like not seeing what we're doing and seeing how we're growing. And instead only seeing the shitty things that we do, you know, and that just basically reaffirms that we're bad because that's all we're looking for. So, try not to do that. I'm too afraid to try. I'm at a standstill in my life because I've been watching the newsreader. I love the show, but weirdly, it makes me so depressed. Maybe seeing people be passionate about their jobs makes me jealous. Here's an interesting thing, though. Like, okay, say you are too afraid to try. What are you afraid for? Okay, if you failed, listen, you're still in the same spot you're in. Versus like, okay, even if you, at the very least, you can say like, I tried and I failed. Versus like, wondering the what if, man. I don't know. What's worse for you, Chad? I guess like the wondering the what ifs and the looking back and regrets, or the feeling that you failed and you tried and it looks stupid or whatever, that like feeling of failure. Like, what hurts more? What are you avoiding more? You know, because I mean, at the same time, you get to pick your hard. Do you want the hard to be the, oh my gosh, I'm afraid I'm going to fail, or it's going to blow my face, or everyone's going to think I'm dumb? Or do you want the hard to be, oh, only if I shoulda, coulda, woulda? I feel this. From a different, maybe I'll go from that. Maybe I'll go for that angle, yeah? From a different perspective. We get to choose our heart. Our pain. It seems like it's painful to fail for others to watch us fall, or maybe what we might even think of ourselves we don't achieve. At the same time, it's painful to look back knowing that we didn't go for it because we were too scared. It sounds like you are stuck between pains. But if you could choose this time, we can be intentional. Okay, I think, you know, when I said it in my head, it sounded a little more poetic. But now that I'm reading it out loud, it sounds a little more dick. But you tell me what you think. You tell me what you think. You know, like, I thought it didn't sound so bad, but I'm gonna read it out loud, and then we're gonna figure out together how bad it actually sounds. Okay, so I'm too afraid to try. And I'm too afraid to try. I'm gonna stand still in my life. I've been watching the newsreader. I love the show, but weirdly it makes me depressed. Maybe seeing people be passionate about their jobs makes me jealous. There. So I said, I feel this. From a different perspective, we get to choose our pain. It seems like it's painful to fail for others to watch us fall, or maybe or maybe what we might even think of ourselves if we don't achieve our goals. At the same time, it's painful to look back and knowing... Okay, at the same time, it's painful to look back and know that we didn't go for it because we're too scared. It sounds like you're stuck between two pains and they both suck. But... Okay. What if you could choose this time? What? Gosh. Okay, maybe that's it. Maybe that's edit. See, it's good that I read out loud. Okay. At the same time, it's painful. At the same time, it's painful to look back and know that we didn't go for it because we're too scared. Guess this is also... It sounds like you are stuck between two pains. It sounds like you're stuck between two pains and they both suck. What if you could choose this time? If it was going to suck, what suck would you choose? Right? Like that sounds like I hate my job, but I'm too afraid. Maybe not I hate my job, but I'm too afraid to try something new. I watch all these other people like follow their passions, and I get jealous or depressed because I'm jealous that I can't do it too. But you can. You could do it if you wanted to. But again, it sounds like you get to pick your pain. In this moment, you can choose to be here for whatever reason that you want to be here, or you can choose to be afraid and try it anyway. You know, both suck. The possibility of failing and the looking back and saying, man, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. But what if this time you get to intentionally choose the suck that you're gonna suck at or experience? I'm not saying that it's not gonna suck. They both suck, but you get to pick which suck it's gonna be. Have a banana. All right. Whoa, that was heavy. Whoa. My close friend. Okay, as I was just reading through these, I was like, I don't want. Okay. I had a loss in my family 2 months ago. One of my relatives isn't coping well. All they do is cry and talk about the loss, which makes me relive it each time. And if I don't cry, they tell me I don't care as much. Not true. Of course it's not true. I told them go to grief counseling, but they refuse. I'm so tired. Yeah. I mean, I think it's hard to try to tell someone like, you're really sad, go to grief counseling, because they're like, you don't know how I feel, like you don't even care. And it's like, dude, we're on the same team. I'm trying to help you. I'm telling you to go to grief counseling because I've reached my limit. I don't know how to help you, but I feel like you need to talk about it. But then you keep saying that nobody understands how much it hurts, and no one's trying to say that they understand completely how much it hurts, because you are you going through your own experience. At the same time, me watching you hurt so much, you can't do it by yourself. Or it hurts me watching, it hurts me to watch you trying to hold all these things by yourself. And at the same time, even though you say nobody understands, have you actually ever allowed anyone to try to understand what's happening? And I think that's a hard thing. Like, oh, no one understands me, no one gets it. And it's like, absolutely, no one's going to get to 100%. At the same time, are you willing to allow someone to see it? It's kind of like having a broken arm, but like you cover it with like a cloth like this. And you're like, oh, my arm hurts. And you're like, oh no, okay, let me see. No, have you ever broken your arm before? Like if you never broken your arm before, like you'll never understand how much it hurts. It's like, yeah, but I may not have broken my arm. At the same time, I've gone to medical school. I've seen broken arms before. I can say it. No, like you don't understand. And you keep hiding it. And someone's like, well, let me see it. No, don't look. It's like, whoa, I can't even assess what's going on because you don't want to show me how painful this is. And I think the hard thing is it's really painful sometimes to talk with somebody and to like they said, relive it each time, or like maybe to process what this person meant to you, because oftentimes, of course, pain, sadness, or hurt, sadness, and anger are always attached. So maybe this person is lashing out because they're actually really sad, but they don't know how to express their hurt, you know, but it's coming out as anger. So hard. It's hard to be this person taking care. All right, does anyone else get premonitions of their own death? Sometimes I just feel like I'm going somewhere. Going somewhere will lead me to my death. Final Destination style. Or something else bad. There are just some days where I would have to use sick days and stay at home, or have to be out all day. I think, well, my suggestion is definitely a psychologist. Sure, if you're having, I'm gonna die when I go outside, and that's a good sign of like general anxiety, or maybe something worse. But that's a good question. How about you, chat? Have you gotten a premonition about how you're gonna die and what that means to you? Me personally, I didn't think I was gonna make it past 30, but I feel like I did, and I'm living on borrowed time, you know. So not really. I just hope it's quick. But the interesting thing about this that I'm thinking about is like, isn't it really interesting that like if you think like, oh man, Final Destination is gonna happen, I wonder if you thinking about how you're gonna die and that you're gonna die, if it actually like makes it happen like that more realistic, you know, because you're just looking for it all the time and you're getting prepared for it. I don't know. I'm just wondering if that would make the self-fulfilling prophecy come true, you know, kind of like, oh no, I'm gonna get into a car accident today, and then like you drive your car and get in car accidents, like you almost willed it to happen. I don't know. And then you got this one. My close friends shared with me they were groomed in the past. How'd this conversation even come up, man? That's really rough. Knowing they went through that has really made me sad recently. I feel, though, in the moment, I didn't react properly and didn't convey how much it hurt me too. I want to tell them this, but I don't know if I should bring it up. Bro, you can always bring it up. Yeah, I'll keep this. Hmm. Okay. Like, man, that's such a rough. My first question is like, how does this question even come up? Like this conversation, like you're like talking with them, playing a game, and you're like, by the way, I was groomed in the past. Like, whoa, like, man, that is a big statement. It's a big thing that I think, to share with somebody. So, I mean, kudos to you, man. It really makes me think that you made your friend feel super safe where they could share this with you. I'm interested though, because you said like, okay, my friend shared to me that they were groomed in the past. Boom, bombshell. Knowing they went through this had made me really sad recently. Sounds normal. You're sad for your friend that this thing happened to them. I feel though in the moment I didn't react properly and didn't convey how much it hurt me too. Like, that makes me curious, because I'm wondering, like, what do you think they wanted to see from you to make them think that you were sad too? Like, I can only imagine, like, you're what? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm sure any of those reactions were appropriate, but like, what makes you think that you didn't emote enough? Like, that's interesting. I want to tell them this, but I don't know if I should bring it up. You know, like, these are really big conversations. I don't think that you have this information and just like, okay, haha, let's just play Valorant. I think like this was something really big, and this is a big conversation, and big conversations can be revisited. And I mean, I think this is a point of connection between you and your friend, where they were able to feel safe that like, to share that this happened to them, and they want to tell you what happened to them. And yeah, I think it's totally fair to revisit this with them and tell them how you responded and how you felt and what you think now, because like, I can only imagine your mind racing when they're telling you this. So yeah, I can totally talk about this again. So I said, dude, I can only imagine how that conversation went. That being said, you can always bring up a hard conversation and how it made you feel. Also, it's totally normal for hard conversations like this to be revisited. I'm sure your friend would be happy that you would want to talk with them about it. If not, why would they have shared this with you? Like, think about it. Like, why, if your friend didn't want to talk to you about it, why would they even share this information with you? I think once they kind of tell you something this big, that the door is kind of open to ask about it. You know what I mean? That's interesting though. How do you think they wanted you to respond? Like, just be you. Good luck, have fun, Psych Sensei. Stand. Woo, that's an interesting one. I was crying in my room about an accident. My mom came in and asked what was wrong. I didn't want to talk to her about it, so she got mad and left. I feel worse now. Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, this doesn't seem like a you thing. I mean, an incident. Sorry, I read accident, incident. At the same time, like, I'm guessing your mom's must like you. You know, they're coming in to try to comfort you, I'm guessing. And even though you may not have been ready to talk about it, I bet you they felt bad that they couldn't comfort you, or that you didn't feel safe around to talk to them about it. Thus, they got mad and they left. It's not, and you feel worse, which makes sense. But at the same time, maybe the thing isn't about you. Maybe, I think more in this situation, it's mom feeling bad that they can't comfort you, and then didn't know what to do, and then got mad. Like, be happy, and then, you know, I think this might be just a misunderstanding. But your mom yelled at you and made it kind of worse. What if, though, your mom was just frustrated at herself that she could not make you feel better, or that she felt more upset that you did not feel comfortable sharing what happened with her? What? Maybe it's not a youth. Also, how How do you think your mom would have responded if you told her you would talk to her about it when you were ready? Maybe that could help give you time to organize your thoughts to better convey what's happening. Okay. All right, I was crying in my room about an incident, and my mom came in and asked what was wrong. I didn't want to talk about it, so she got mad and left. I feel worse now. And so I said, I'm sorry your mom yelled at you and made it kind of worse. What if, though, your mom was just frustrated herself that she could not make you feel better or upset that you didn't feel comfortable sharing what happened? Sharing what happened with her. Maybe it's not a you thing. Also, how do you think your mom would have responded if you told her you would talk to her about it when you're ready? Maybe that could give you some time to organize your thoughts to better convey what's happening. Good luck, have fun, Psych Sensei. Like, this one I think might be mom. Like being upset that she can't fix him, you know? Oh. Anyway. So I think the mom in this situation was trying to cheer them up, but they weren't able to cheer them up, so they were sad. And so, or the mom was upset with themselves that they couldn't cheer up their kid, and also that their kid didn't feel comfortable sharing with them, which is kind of like a double sad. And then the mom probably like responded negatively and yelled a little bit like, be happy, or like was just frustrated. And then they yelled at their kid, and then they were more sad, you know? So I'm just trying to convey like, maybe it's not them. The mom could be frustrated and didn't know what to do. Thus, they again happy. I mean, then again, the hurt, angry, sad thing with mom. Now, mom is just angry because she's hurt that can't help them, you know, and they see their kid in pain. So maybe not them, but at the same time, what if this person also told mom, "Hey, listen, I'm crying. I'm really upset. Give me X amount of time. Let me talk to you when I have more thoughts together." And yeah, I wonder if that would help the mom too. Increase communication. Oh, a banana. All right. Let's we have one time for one. All right. An online friend blocked and ghosted me and a friend group out of nowhere. There was no fight, nothing, and it has hurt and angered me still even a little bit after. I don't know how to even process this right now. Well, I mean, that's weird. That is odd. Like, why would an online friend block and ghost me and a friend group out of nowhere? But here's the thing, like, we might never know. Because it's not like they're online, so we have maybe limited ways of contacting them. But they blocked and ghosted you and the friend group out of nowhere, like, and you know that you didn't do anything wrong. Like, what makes you angry about it? Like, that they would do this to you? That they would leave without any telling why? But at the same time, if it's not you, what makes you angry that they would leave without saying anything? That they would block you? And that's odd behavior? See, angry is interesting. Like, why angry? I'd be more confused. Maybe hurt. But again, hurt, angry, sad, all connected. So, why angry? But then again, I wonder for you too, chat. Like, if this happened to you and someone would ghost you, block you. I mean, do you already think like, what did I do? And then, I guess the question to follow up, if you do, is when do you let it go to be like, you know what, this wasn't me, this was them. Like, what is that process for you? Even if you were hurt that they left you or they did this to you, like, what is your process of letting go and letting that other person own the thing they did, you know? Well, I mean, this is the best I got, right? Like, I'm just trying to think of, instead of running around in circles with this person, like trying to figure out why, and like, I think this person is all like trying to figure out the common denominator and all this. It's like, oh, it must be me. I'm bad because they just like blocked and ghosted me out of nowhere. But like, what if they were just being weird and had nothing to do with you or whatever? You know what I mean? Like, because it's almost as if like we keep running around to figure out like why or what. We just feel bad about the situation or angry that they left without like saying anything, and then we're personalizing it when maybe it doesn't even need to be personalized, you know? So I don't know. But this is what they said. An online friend blocked and ghosted me and a friend group out of nowhere. There was no fight, nothing, and it has hurt and angered me still, even a little bit after. I don't know even how to process this right now. So this may be not what they want to hear, but it's what I got. That's weird of them to do that. That's interesting that you're angry, though. What makes you angry about the situation? What if this truly wasn't a you thing? What if they were going through something and you have nothing to do with it? It seems like you want to find a logical answer, but what if they were just acting illogically? Maybe it's not about finding out why, but just accepting that this is weird. This is weird. All right, good luck, have fun, PS. Good luck. That was weird. I don't know, man. Sometimes I feel like we always like want to run around and figure out why, but like sometimes it's just accepting that this thing happened and that was weird, and then like moving on. You know what I mean? All right. Well, wait, where's this? I wanted that to go away, but all right. Well, thanks for joining me. This is my second week in a row streaming, so I'm pretty stoked that I'm being consistent. If you want to learn more about me, please visit my website, psychsensei.com. There, you can fill out a free consultation form. You get all the links and resources, all those kinds of things. Join my Discord, hit me up, follow me on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of it there from my website, psychsensei.com. But please be safe, please be warm, and I'll see you hopefully Thursday for maybe more reading with friends, kind words, or maybe more reading with Ryan where I pick up an article. We'll see. But please be safe. Please be warm. Love you. Mwah. Take it easy. Bye.